My daughter, she seemed to be going into crisis a lot, needing my help, and I could tell that it was somehow related to alcohol.
You know, you think of a drug problem, I thought of something else. I never dreamed it would be using a needle. That was just something I never thought would happen to my kids.
He would start to drink and just drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. This is not our son. Our son would never do this.
With my daughter, I did not know it, but at that point she was hooked on Oxycontin. Took her right to Malvern, she was admitted, and then the healing started.
Malvern's ROC team is our addiction specialists. What we do is we do not provide counseling or any kind of therapy. We work with the families on a coaching and education basis. When a family member comes on board with the ROC, we bring them in upon admissions and we start working with them right away. They actually get a text the next day explaining who we are, and they have an email that's generated with their own private code where they can enter in some information, and we can give them specific information based on their loved one's drug of choice, their age, how many times they've been to rehab before, their living situation.
When I came out of rehab 33 years ago, there was nothing like the ROC. It was come back for family meetings if you want to. If you don't want to, see you later.
I talk to them all the time, and you know, they're always very supportive.
The ROC program, it was the first thing that I encountered that actually was truly there for the families.
The ROC is not a mass message tool. We do not just send one message to all of our participants. We actually individualize each one of them. So, you know, no matter what that individual's situation may be, we can meet them wherever they are, in recovery, not in recovery, post-recovery.
When I got to the ROC program, Rob, you know, at first I thought, well, it was just kind of like put a Band-Aid on it. It was like window dressing. I didn't put a whole lot of stock into it. And as time went on, my son had left the program, and Rob stayed in touch with me and kept in touch with me and always wanted to know what was going on.
There was times where he would actually call and we would have a conference with, my husband was there and my son was there, and he would try to talk to my son as well.
I would get at least twice a week texts or phone calls.
Up until this point, I always felt like I was on my own little island, and I could never get anybody to listen to me.
There is a solution, and that solution is to have somebody to partner with you to, number one, help prevent, educate, and then if need be, we can intervene to come alongside with that family to then give that message out of love and concern that no longer will you be standing by that person's addiction and supporting them in that addiction.
It's come at, you know, really opportune times when I was feeling at my worst at times. Just to get a quick ding from somebody who cares, you know, has been very helpful and just makes me realize I'm not alone in this. You know, I think that's often key too, you know, that I don't have to go this alone.
Families that are on the ROC that have been successful are ones that communicate, and they let us know where their loved ones are at.
Families need to have a community.
It's very helpful and very comforting to know that you're not alone.
I would totally recommend, and I have already recommended the ROC to many people that I talk to. Listen to them, take their guidance, because they have the experience to get you through this.
The family members of a person with addiction are going to stay on their own recovery path. They need to have that community, and the ROC is part of that community.